Every actor feels the same challenge: how to live truthfully in a world that does not exist. That's where imagination becomes magic. Episode 6, Subtext. Now, if you watched episode 5, here's where the magic if gets really interesting. Don't worry, if you didn't see it, I'll link it. Once you truly believe the imaginary circumstances, something else begins to happen naturally. Subtext. Subtext is another invisible force that gives life to a performance. If the magic if helps you believe your imaginary world, subtext is what lives underneath everything you're saying. It's everything you mean, but don't actually say. Hi, I'm Donnie Mercado. I teach acting to kids and teens, and if you're my current student, you already know that we've just done the past 4 lessons, but those of you who might be finding me on YouTube, I'm going to show you where to find these. Okay, if you go to the home page, it'll be the very first playlist right there. Or if you go to courses, it'll be the first course listed. And when I was in graduate school at NYU getting my MFA, one of the things we talked about was subtext, and we talked about it as the underbelly. I've always loved that image. Think of subtext as the underbelly of the scene. It's underneath everything. It's simmering below the surface. It's alive because it's what you really mean, or what you're feeling, or what you're not saying out loud, but you're thinking it. All of it. Even though the audience never hears it, it affects everything. It's the private truth behind the public mask. Here is a very simple example. Ever heard a Southern woman say, "Bless her heart," or "Bless his heart," with a sweet, sweet smile? But you know that they're actually really thinking something very insulting about that person. That insult they are thinking, that's the underbelly. Actors who understand subtext can turn a single line into a symphony. So I don't want you making things up just to see how interesting you can make it. That's not the goal. The goal is to remember this. You need to live and breathe both underneath, around, and actually in between your lines. Your inner life, filled with subtext, will make sure that happens. When this becomes a second nature thing, you won't even be deciding on it or doing it on purpose. You're just living. Uta Hagen said, "Words are the mask for what's really going on." When you honor that, you stop playing the line and you start playing the life underneath it. Think about this. When someone says, "I'm fine," are they really fine? They might mean, "Please don't leave me." How about I play that? "I'm fine." That was "Please don't leave me." Then they whisper, "I hate you." They might mean, "You hurt me and I still care." That subtext. Now, we've already talked about beats and moments being the heartbeat of a scene. But subtext is the hidden texture. So don't rush. Trust the stillness and let your subtext live and breathe where it can. Bryan Cranston once said, "Stillness is where the truth reveals itself." If I haven't mentioned this in today's lesson, I'm quoting Bryan Cranston because he's featured throughout the Actor's Daily Journal. You can find it by following the link in the description below or by visiting theactorsdailyjournal.com. Think about what Bryan is saying. In the stillness, the audience can feel what your character can't say. That's why silence, breath, and listening are some of the greatest acting tools you'll ever have. Very cool. So how do you actually find subtext? Start with your objective. What do you want? Then ask yourself, why can't I just say that? I love that question. That gap between what you want and what you actually say out loud. Right, let's play another game. Suppose your line is simply, "I hope you're happy." Now, if your objective is to get your friend to apologize because they've really hurt your feelings, your subtext might be, "How could you do that? Say it. I hope you're happy. Now let's change it. If your objective is to punish someone, your subtext might be, you'll regret this. I hope you're happy. Did the words change? No. The words stayed exactly the same, but the truth underneath them changed completely. Stanislavski taught his students to analyze every scene in layers: the text, the subtext, and your inner life. When those three things align, the audience believes every breath. That's why the magic if is so important. When you truly believe your imaginary circumstances, your subtext stops being just another thing you're doing during a script breakdown session. It happens naturally. Now take any line from a script you're working on right now, and if you need a script, you can get a free monologue from me in the link in the description, or go to myactingbooks.com, which leads to my favorite scene books, monologue books, and more. Now, take one line and ask yourself, what am I really thinking underneath these words? We'll do that together in class if you're one of my students right now. You already know we're going to have a lot of fun with this exercise. Oh, and if I haven't mentioned this already, many of my students currently study with me through Heartland Charter Funds. I do accept charter funds, but you don't have to be a charter student to study with me. There's a link at the top of my channel and in the description where you can connect with me for coaching or enroll in classes. Now, you can always just follow along here on YouTube. When you do, make sure to leave a comment every week. Ask your questions. I'll get back to you and answer them right here, maybe with a whole video. Okay, here's your homework for the week. Choose a short scene and ask yourself, what's my truth? What's the thing I can't say out loud? That's your subtext. Play the scene while letting that secret burn underneath everything you say. It's there. It's under every word, even though you're not saying it out loud. It's alive. Watch how much more truthful the scene begins to feel. Now, if you're not studying with me, try it anyway. Then come back and tell me how it felt. Let me know if discovering your subtext made the performance feel more alive. I'd love to hear about it. So, what changed most for you today? Comment below, what was the one thing you learned today that you didn't already know? Was it the subtext? Was it about the magic if? I'd really love to hear it, and here's your mission this week. Don't focus on the words as much. Also let the unspoken speak for you. That's where the invisible truth lives. And that's where acting becomes very real. We're going to keep going for at least 9 weeks because I currently have students enrolled for a 9-week session, so I'm releasing these lessons each week and we work through them together. Want to know what's coming next? Let's take a sneak peek. Be sure to hit the notification bell and watch the video that pops up next because when it's ready, episode 7, Inner Life and Listening, the Art of Reacting Truthfully, will be linked right here. If episode 7 isn't available yet, I'll link the entire Mastering the Basics of Acting playlist so you can continue learning in order until it's released. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I'm Donnie Mercado. I've been teaching acting to kids and teens for over 30 years and loving every minute. I'll see you in the next one.